The Amazon rainforest is a vast green ocean. It stretches across much of South America. People call it the lungs of the earth because it produces so much of our oxygen. But it is more than just trees. It is a place of deep mystery. For centuries, whispers of lost cities have emerged from its depths. Tales of uncontacted tribes still echo today. The jungle holds its secrets close. Its green cloak conceals worlds unknown to many outsiders. To step into the Amazon is to enter another realm. The air is thick with moisture and the scent of damp earth. Strange sounds fill your ears, the calls of unseen birds, the buzzing of insects, and the distant roar of a jaguar perhaps. Towering trees form a dense canopy high above, and sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor. Mighty rivers, like a great serpent's coils, wind through this immense landscape. It is a world teeming with life, yet one that can feel utterly isolating. For generations, explorers and adventurers have been drawn to this place. They searched for El Dorado, the city of gold. They sought undiscovered species and ancient knowledge. Many were swallowed by the jungle and never returned to tell their tales. Their disappearances only added to the Amazon's formidable reputation. The rainforest was a powerful, sometimes unforgiving entity. It guarded its treasures and its peoples fiercely from the outside world. It tested all who dared to enter its domain. Today, as we stand in 2025, that potent mystique remains. But now, a new feeling mixes with the old sense of wonder. It is a feeling of urgent concern. The Amazon is a treasure of biodiversity and human culture, yet it is also a place in grave peril. The threats it faces are immense and growing. Its future and the future of those who call it home hangs precariously in the balance. The Emerald Labyrinth calls to us, not just with its mysteries but with a plea for its survival. The Great Amazon rainforest is far from empty. It is in fact a vibrant mosaic of human life. Hundreds of distinct indigenous tribes call this jungle their home. Each tribe is a unique thread in this rich tapestry. They possess their own languages, some spoken by only a few individuals. Their customs and beliefs are deeply intertwined with the forest. They have lived in this world for countless generations. Their understanding of its complexities is profound. Some Amazonian tribes are relatively well known to the wider world. The Yanomami, for instance, live in the borderlands of Brazil and Venezuela. The Kayapo people, with their striking lip plates and feather headdresses, are famous. They are often vocal defenders of their forest territories. These groups have had more contact with outsiders. They have shared glimpses of their cultures. Yet, even for them, much of their inner world remains private, shared only within their communities. Beyond these larger groups, many other tribes exist. They live in more remote, almost inaccessible parts of the rainforest. Some have chosen to maintain minimal contact with the outside world. These are often referred to as uncontacted tribes. Their way of life is largely a mystery. We only catch fleeting glimpses of them, perhaps through aerial photographs or chance encounters. They represent a profound human heritage, living as their ancestors did for millennia. Their desire for isolation must be respected. This incredible diversity is a precious human inheritance. It is like a vast, living library. Each tribe holds unique chapters of human experience. They possess irreplaceable knowledge about medicinal plants and sustainable living, knowledge about the intricate web of life in the rainforest, and knowledge about navigating the spiritual dimensions of their world. Losing any one of these cultures is like losing a part of ourselves, a part of what it means to be human on this diverse planet. The story of people in the Amazon is incredibly ancient. It stretches back thousands of years into the misty past. Human beings first entered this vast rainforest long before European explorers arrived. Some archaeologists believe people lived here for 10,000 years, perhaps even longer. Their journey into this green world was one of courage and adaptation. They were pioneers in one of Earth's most challenging environments. They made it their own. These early inhabitants were not simple wanderers. They were skilled and innovative. They built complex societies. Archaeologists are uncovering more evidence of this all the time. They find remnants of large agricultural settlements. They discover sophisticated pottery and intricate earthworks. Geoglyphs, massive designs etched into the land, hint at complex belief systems. The jungle still hides many clues to these lost civilizations. They were the true discoverers of the Amazon's secrets. The ancestors of today's tribes learned to thrive in the rainforest. They developed unique forms of agriculture. They cultivated crops like manioc and corn. They learned to manage the forest resources sustainably. They understood how to enrich the soil, creating terra preta, or dark earth. This fertile soil supported larger populations than once thought possible. Their relationship with the land was one of deep understanding and respect. They were not just living in nature, they were shaping it. Over many centuries, these ancient populations diversified. They spread out across the immense Amazon basin. Different groups developed their own distinct cultures. Their unique languages and traditions took root. Their histories are rich and complex. They are passed down through oral storytelling. They are embedded in their rituals and their spiritual connection to the land. Each tribe carries a living echo of this ancient past, a past that deserves to be understood and honored. Life for Amazonian tribes moves with the natural pulse of the rainforest. The rising and setting of the sun dictates the day. The rhythm of the wet and dry seasons shapes their activities. The flow of the rivers influences travel and fishing. Daily life revolves around essential tasks. Men often hunt for game in the forest. They fish in the rivers and streams. Women typically cultivate gardens and gather wild fruits and nuts. They prepare food for their families. Sacred traditions form the bedrock of their societies. These traditions connect the living with their ancestors. They link the people to the spiritual forces of the forest. Ceremonies and rituals mark important moments in life. The birth of a child is celebrated. Young people undergo rites of passage into adulthood. Funerary rites honor the deceased and guide their spirits. These practices reinforce community bonds. They ensure the transmission of cultural values from one generation to the next. Music, song, and dance are vital expressions of their culture. These art forms are not just for entertainment, they are ways of telling sacred stories. They are used to communicate with the spirit world. They express joy, sorrow, and reverence for nature. Intricate body painting, often using natural dyes from plants, is common. Elaborate feather headdresses and ornaments are crafted with great skill. These are powerful symbols of identity, status, and spiritual connection. They are a vibrant part of their heritage. The concept of community is absolutely central to their way of life. Individuals are part of a larger whole. Everyone has a role and contributes to the well-being of the group. Elders are deeply respected for their accumulated wisdom and experience. They are the keepers of traditional knowledge. Children learn by observing their elders and participating in daily tasks. Sharing resources, food, and labor is a fundamental principle. This strong sense of community ensures their collective survival and resilience. Section 5. Masters of Survival: Ingenious Adaptations to a Formidable World. The Amazon rainforest presents a formidable environment. It is a world of breathtaking beauty but also of significant challenges. There are dangerous animals, from venomous snakes to powerful jaguars. Unfamiliar diseases can pose a threat. The dense vegetation can make travel difficult, yet the indigenous peoples of the Amazon are true masters of survival. They have developed ingenious adaptations over millennia. Their knowledge of the forest is intimate and profound. They navigate its complexities with an ease born of long experience. Their homes are perfectly suited to the tropical climate. Many tribes build large communal houses called malokas or shabonos. These structures are often circular or rectangular. They are built using materials sourced directly from the forest. Palm leaves are expertly woven to create waterproof roofs. The sides may be left open to allow for airflow, keeping interiors cool. These dwellings are more than just shelters. They are the heart of community life, where families live together and share their days. Hunting in the dense undergrowth requires exceptional skill and patience. Tribal hunters are experts in tracking animals. They understand animal behavior patterns deeply. They traditionally use bows and arrows crafted with precision. Some tribes are renowned for their use of blowguns. These long tubes propel small darts, often tipped with curare. Curare is a poison derived from plants, paralyzing prey quickly. They hunt sustainably, respecting the balance of nature. They take only what is necessary for their community's needs. Fishing is another crucial survival skill in the river-rich Amazon. Tribes employ a variety of clever techniques. They use nets woven from natural fibers. They fashion spears and harpoons for larger fish. Some groups even use plant-based toxins called barbasco. These substances are introduced into slow-moving waters. They temporarily stun fish, causing them to float to the surface for easy collection. This method does not poison the water long-term. Their vast knowledge of plants and animals is a testament to their adaptive genius. Section 6. The Living Pharmacy: Traditional Medicine and Rainforest Knowledge. The Amazon rainforest is not just a source of food and shelter. For its indigenous peoples, it is also a vast living pharmacy. Hidden within its countless plant species is a wealth of medicinal knowledge. Tribal shamans, healers, and elders possess an extraordinary understanding of these plants. They know which leaves, barks, roots, or fruits can heal. They have identified remedies for a remarkable range of ailments. This knowledge is ancient and sacred. It has been carefully passed down through oral tradition for generations. Using this botanical wisdom, Amazonian healers treat many conditions. They have remedies for fevers and infections. They know how to heal wounds and soothe burns. They can counteract the effects of snake bites and insect stings. They address digestive problems and respiratory illnesses. This traditional medicine is holistic. It often involves not just plants, but also rituals and spiritual practices. The well-being of the body is seen as connected to the well-being of the spirit and the community. The world owes a significant debt to this indigenous knowledge. Many important Western medicines have their origins in rainforest plants. Quinine, a treatment for malaria, comes from the bark of the cinchona tree. It was first used by indigenous peoples of the Andes and Amazon. Curare, the arrow poison, provided muscle relaxants vital for modern surgery. These are just two examples. Countless other plants hold potential cures yet to be discovered by Western science. The tribes are the gatekeepers of this immense botanical library. Tragically, this invaluable medical knowledge is now severely threatened. As elders pass away, their unique wisdom can be lost forever if not passed on. Deforestation destroys the very plants that form the basis of this pharmacy. The encroachment of the outside world can erode traditional practices. Preserving this ancestral knowledge is not just important for the tribes themselves. It is crucial for the future of medicine and for all humanity. Their forest pharmacy holds secrets that could benefit us all. Section 7. The encroaching shadow, deforestation and its devastating impact. A dark shadow looms over the Amazon and its peoples today. This shadow is deforestation. Vast swaths of ancient rainforest are being systematically destroyed. Trees are felled by chainsaws and bulldozers. Fires rage, clearing land at an alarming rate. This destruction is driven by several powerful forces. Industrial agriculture, especially cattle ranching and soy cultivation, is a major cause. Logging operations, both legal and illegal, tear through the forest. Mining for gold and other minerals also leaves scars on the land. The consequences of this relentless deforestation are devastating for indigenous tribes. The forest is their home, their supermarket, their pharmacy. When it is destroyed, their entire way of life is shattered. Their traditional hunting grounds vanish. The rivers they depend on for fish and clean water become polluted. Sacred sites are desecrated or obliterated. They are pushed into smaller and smaller territories. Their ability to live sustainably, as they have for centuries, is critically undermined. Their very survival is at stake. Deforestation in the Amazon also has profound global implications. This immense rainforest plays a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate. It absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide, a key greenhouse gas. When the forest is cut and burned, this stored carbon is released into the atmosphere. This accelerates climate change. The loss of the Amazon also means an irreversible loss of biodiversity. Countless species of plants and animals, many still unknown to science, face extinction as their habitats disappear. The indigenous tribes are often on the very front lines of this destruction. They witness the devastation firsthand, every single day. Many are courageously fighting to protect their ancestral lands. They organize patrols, protest against illegal activities, and seek legal recognition of their territories. But they face powerful and often violent opposition. They are David fighting Goliath. They desperately need the support and solidarity of the global community. Their fight is a fight for all of us. Section 8. Whispers of change, external threats and cultural erosion. Beyond the visible scars of deforestation, other insidious threats creep into Amazonian communities. Contact with the outside world, while sometimes sought, often brings new dangers. One of the most immediate is disease. Indigenous peoples often lack immunity to common illnesses like influenza or measles. These diseases, minor for many outsiders, can sweep through tribal communities with deadly force. History is tragically filled with accounts of entire populations decimated by epidemics following first contact. This remains a serious risk. The allure of the modern world also presents a complex challenge. As roads and settlements encroach further into the forest, contact increases. Young indigenous people may be drawn to towns and cities, they might seek Western education, wage labor, or consumer goods. While these desires are understandable, this migration can lead to cultural erosion. If young people leave, who will learn the ancient traditions? Who will carry on the language, the songs, the intricate knowledge of the forest? Furthermore, the rights of indigenous peoples are not always respected by governments or corporations. Their claims to ancestral lands are often disputed or ignored. Large-scale development projects such as dams, roads, or oil exploration can be planned and executed without their consent. These projects can flood their lands, disrupt their way of life, and cause irreparable environmental damage. Indigenous communities frequently find themselves in long, difficult legal battles to defend their rights and territories. Preserving their unique cultures in the face of these pressures is an enormous challenge. It requires finding a delicate balance. A balance between maintaining cherished traditions and adapting to a changing world. A balance between their own forms of governance and the laws of the nation-states they reside in. Many tribes are actively working to achieve this. They are seeking ways to strengthen their cultures, educate their children in both traditional and Western knowledge, and assert their rights. Their resilience is remarkable. Section 9. Guardians of the Green, our shared responsibility to protect. The imperative to preserve Amazonian tribes and their cultures is profound. Their ways of life are not relics of the past. They are vibrant, living cultures that hold immense value for all humanity. They possess ancient wisdom about living sustainably in harmony with nature. In a world grappling with environmental crises, this knowledge is more relevant than ever. Their understanding of the rainforest's ecology, its plants, and its animals is unparalleled. We have so much to learn from them. These indigenous communities are, in fact, the most effective guardians of the rainforest. They have lived in and protected these lands for countless generations. Their survival is intrinsically linked to the health of the forest. Where indigenous land rights are recognized and upheld, deforestation rates are often significantly lower. Protecting them and empowering them is one of an effective way to protect the Amazon itself. Their struggle is a crucial part of the global effort to conserve biodiversity and combat climate change. We all share a responsibility in this endeavor. As citizens of the world, we can make a difference. We can support organizations that work directly with indigenous communities, groups that help them defend their rights, protect their territories, and strengthen their cultures. We can make more sustainable consumer choices. We can reduce our own environmental footprint. We can demand that our governments and corporations act responsibly, to halt deforestation, to respect indigenous rights, and to support conservation efforts. The future of the Amazon, that vast emerald labyrinth, is intertwined with our own. The future of its diverse peoples rests heavily on the choices we make today. It is time to listen attentively to their voices. It is time to stand in solidarity with their struggles. Let us help them protect their home, their cultures, and their invaluable wisdom. The Amazon rainforest and its indigenous guardians deserve not just to survive but to thrive for generations to come. Their legacy is our legacy.